Hey guys, how are you guys doing? What's up? What's good? What's popping? It's your girl Chyna. Welcome back to Keeping Up with Chyna. If you're new, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back. So today's video, I am going to be talking about locks, of course. Y'all know, like, honestly guys, how I could talk about my locks or just locks in general all day every day if I had to, because I don't know, like hair, I never knew I was gonna be so into hair, especially locks, you guys, but there I am. Fast forward 4 years, my locks are flourishing. Well, I said 4 years, 3 years, sorry guys. But anyways, you guys, so today's video I'm going to be talking about the top 5 mistakes that people, well, especially black people, make with their locks or just hair in general. Okay, I have my little cheat sheet here. Like, y'all always know, y'all know I don't like to memorize. I mean, I know these, I said that in my last video, not my last video, but a previous video that I made. I know these things, it's just that I feel like I'm gonna forget, or I'm going to fumble, or I'm not gonna remember everything if I don't write it down. Okay, so that's why I always write down everything, guys. 5 mistakes that people do with their hair or their locks. So we are going to get started. So number 1, excessive styling. I know a lot, like especially in the lock community, people love to, like, you know, love to try styles, love to style their hair, you guys, and that's totally fine. But if you're doing it every day, if you're doing it like every other, if you're doing it too much, that can cause, you know, damage to your locks. You don't want to be you know, having a new style every day. And that also goes for loose natural people, you know, black people of color, that also goes out to, you know, those type of people too, like loose natural and stuff. Because if you're styling your hair every day, that can eventually, you know, that can break your hair a lot, because sometimes your hair just needs a break. It needs a break for you to just not touch it. That's why I see nowadays people are starting to do more like protective styles, where like they braid down their hair for like, what, a few weeks underneath a wig, which is totally, you know, fine, because, you know, you are, you know, just leaving your hair to be, which is a good thing. So, but that's one of the mistakes that people of color, black people, I guess what you can say, you know, make with their hair or locks. Okay, number 2 is not covering your hair at night. Okay, I know, I honestly, okay, with locks, okay, I'm not sure with locks, with the locks community, if you know, we do it, if we tend to like tie our hair down more than people who don't have locks. I know me, I always, almost, I would say about 90% of the time before I go to sleep, I do make sure that I wrap my hair and put a bonnet in my hair, you know, just because, you know, you don't want to go to bed and then, you know, and your hair is like, you know, rubbing against your pillow, which causes friction, and, you know, friction causes to breakage, you know. So that's why when you wake up in the morning, you look at your pillow, especially if it's not a silk pillow, if it's like a cotton pillow, you look at your pillow first, it's greasy, because the cotton pillow is, you know, sucked out all the moisture in your hair, and then second, you see all these pieces of hair on the pillow. Why? Because, you know, your hair, you know, break, especially if you're moving around all night with nothing covering your hair, protecting your hair, that, you know, causes breakage. And that is why, you know, a lot of, you know, black people, they always complain on how their hair is not growing, you know, they can never really retain length, you know. That's because we're not really practicing what we're supposed to practice, you know, in order for us actually to start seeing those lengths, and for our hair to actually start growing and stay healthy, you know. So wrapping your hair at night is very, very important. Like, you know, at first, before I actually had locks, I didn't really see the importance importance of it, because I would go to sleep with nothing in. I didn't even have, well, I didn't really know what the satin pillowcase was or what the important was, so I would just go to sleep. And I wouldn't, you know, I always had like nice hair, like thick hair and stuff like that, but I never really, you know, see the retention, the length that I wanted. Why? Because I wasn't really taking care of my hair like I was supposed to. So y'all, wrap them babies up. Even if, you know, you go booze over, you know, you're trying to look cute and stuff, it is what it is. He gonna have to, he or she's gonna have to see in your bonnet, okay? And the guys too, if you have locks and you actually have hair, tie it up, put it in a do-rag, you know, tie it up, okay? Very, very important. So number 3 is rough handling your hair while you're styling it. I remember, and I would say that, and I would say that's mostly on our parents too, because I remember when we used to get our hair done when we were kids, boy, when I tell you, my mom would be like brushing our faces with that brush and rough handling, like you know, like really try to rip off our hair out, you know, out of our scalps and stuff. So when you're doing that rough, you know, handling your hair, that causes friction also. If you're stripping it away, if you're like ripping and doing too much craziness, you know, and not being gentle to your hair, you know, that can cause friction, that can cause breakage eventually, and that's another reason why your hair break out, fall out, and then, you know, oh, our hair is not growing, you know, or we're not retaining length. Why? Because we're not being gentle with our hair, we're not taking care of our hair. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 4, this one, you guys, most black people are guilty of this: applying too much oil. Okay, honestly, I'm guilty of that too, because I thought the more oil is the better, you know, like you got, because in my head I thought that oil is moisturizing the hair, and that is not true, you guys. Oil does not mean you're moisturizing the hair. Oil is really just, especially it depends on what type of oil too. Some oils can help moisturize the hair, but a lot of the oils also just, you know, it kind of just sits on top of the hair, you know, and act as a sealant, you know. So I would say if you're trying to moisturizing the hair is very important, you guys. So what I use to moisturize the hair is aloe vera juice, I would say rose water, and even just water, plain water, or like if you're like loose natural and you can do that, like, you know, you can just do like a quick leave-in conditioner spray, where like you put the conditioner in some, you know, in like a little mixture, and then you can just spray it in your hair, which help to moisturize your hair. So you know, all of those are ways that, you know, not only lock people, but, you know, people with, you know, coarser hair can take care of your you can moisturize their hair. But do not apply so much oil. Like, I know people who moisturize their hair every day, aka put oils in their hair every day, and you guys, that is not good, because what you're doing is clogging your pores. And when you're clogged, I mean, when your pores are clogged, your hair cannot, you know, absorb everything, and it cannot grow, because, you know, all that clogging kind of interfere with that process. So I would say, you know, it's okay, like if your hair feels dry, it's okay to put a little oil. Like I have you know, a little bit of oil in my moisturizing mixture, like some moisturizing oil. I do have a video on the different types of moisturizing oils that you can use on your moisturizing routine. And also I also had, well, in that same video I go over the different oils that is considered sealant oil, which is the oil that you put on top after you moisturize the hair with like the water or aloe vera or you know, like a mixture or something to, like, you know, moisturize the hair. You have to like seal in that moisture with a type of oil. The oil I use is the jojoba oil, and also the Jamaican black castor oil. I don't have it here with me, but that's two other oils that I use to actually seal in moisture. And when you start doing that, you guys, I I moisturize my hair. I wouldn't say every day because I don't have to moisturize it every day. I would say I moisturize my hair maybe like every other day, or like twice a week, or just whenever I feel like my hair is dry, my hair is, you know, feels just like it needs moisture. That's when I go ahead and moisturize in my hair. I don't do it excessively, and I don't put too much oils in my hair now, because it's not really necessary. As long as your hair has the moisture, you know, it should be good. Okay, don't be putting too much oils in your hair, y'all. Okay, I know we want that shiny hair, but you guys, when your locks are healthy, you know, and you know it's healthy, it will show. Like you will see that like natural shine. You will see that natural thickness. You will see all that, you know, natural healthy things with your locks without you putting all this product or all this oils in your hair. Okay, number 5 will be manipulating the hair while it's dry. A lot of people, I feel like a lot of people don't know that, like especially in the Black community, it's very important. Like if you're doing anything to your hair, make sure you moisturize it. Make sure you at least spray it a little bit, so that you're not causing friction, you're not causing breakage to your hair or your locks, you guys. Because if you're brushing your hair, you're combing out your hair, and it's, you know, dry, like that will cause breakage. That's why when we brush or do all those things, we see hair on the floor. Why? Because the hair was dry, or you know, it was very dry, and then you know, combing it out or brushing it out causes, you know, breakage and stuff. So that's another thing, you guys. So make sure that, you know, before you do anything to your hair, you know, make sure you wrap your hair. I mean, make sure you moisturize. Like just put a little, spray it with just a little water, or a little you know, anything that you use to, like, you know, moisturize your hair. You use it, like spray a little bit on your hair, so that it can be more manageable, and it'll make the process way easier. Make sure when you're doing anything to your hair, make sure that it's moisturized and it is not dry. And also, don't do too much manipulating things with your hair, y'all. Just sometimes just let your hair be. Just let it be. Like me, I honestly, most of the time, I rarely do styles like, you know, updos and all that stuff with my hair. Why? Because I don't got the time for it. Second, I be lazy as heck. And third, I just like my hair to be down and free. Like, you know, I don't like to be going around in my face is like this, because I have this high ponytail, and that's like pulling on my face, and it's like low-key hurting my scalp, you know. I don't like that. I like to just have my hair just, you know, free, you know, and they still look cute. So, but it's okay to also, you know, do those styles every now and then. That's totally okay. That's totally fine, because sometimes we want to change it up a little bit. We want to look cute, and that's totally okay. But anyways, guys, so those are the 5 mistakes that most Black people do, you know, make with their hair or with their lock, or in general. Okay, but anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave it down below, and I will see you guys on my next video. Thank you, guys.